Rslash in the Realm of Yugo. Chapter 1, The Upload That Changed Everything. Dabney Bailey, known to his legion of fans as Rslash, leaned back in his chair and stretched. Another day, another batch of Reddit stories recorded and uploaded. His faithful dog, Yugo, wagged his tail lazily from his bed in the corner of the room. The sun was setting outside, casting a golden hue over the room. "Time for a walk, buddy?" Dabney asked, pushing his chair away from the desk. Yugo perked up immediately, his tail thumping against the floor. Dabney chuckled, grabbing the leash and heading for the door. As they strolled through the park, Dabney's phone buzzed with a notification. Curious, he pulled it out and saw a strange message from an unknown sender. "Do you seek a new adventure?" He laughed. "Spam," he muttered, about to delete the message when Yugo suddenly barked and pulled hard on the leash. Before Dabney could react, a blinding light enveloped them, and the world around them vanished. Chapter 2, Welcome to Astralheim. Dabney awoke to find himself lying on soft grass, under a sky filled with 2 moons. Yugo stood beside him, looking alert and unafraid. Slowly getting to his feet, Dabney took in his surroundings. They were in a lush forest, the trees tall and ancient, with leaves that shimmered in various colors. "Where are we, boy?" he asked, but Yugo only barked in response. A figure emerged from the trees, cloaked in flowing robes and holding a staff that glowed with an ethereal light. "Welcome, Dabney Bailey," the figure said in a melodic voice. "I am Alara, a mage of Astralheim. You have been chosen." "Chosen for what?" Dabney asked, his mind racing. "And how do you know my name?" Alara smiled. "In our world, your voice is well known. Your stories have reached across dimensions. But now, you must write a new story of your own. Astralheim is in grave danger, and only you and your companion can save it." Dabney looked down at Yugo, who seemed uncharacteristically calm and focused. "Okay, I'm listening," he said cautiously. Chapter 3, The Quest Begins. Alara led them to a nearby village, where Dabney and Yugo were provided with supplies and more information. Astralheim was a realm where magic was real, and creatures of myth and legend roamed the lands. However, a dark force known as the Shadow King was threatening to plunge the world into eternal darkness. "You possess a unique power, Dabney," Alara explained. "Your voice has the ability to influence and shape reality here. The stories you tell can come to life, but only if you believe in them." Dabney stared at her in disbelief. "You mean I can just narrate things into existence?" "Precisely," Alara confirmed. "But with great power comes great responsibility. You must use your gift wisely." Determined to protect this strange new world, Dabney agreed to the quest. Armed with his voice and accompanied by Yugo, who seemed to have gained a mysterious connection to the magic of Astralheim, they set out to confront the Shadow King. Chapter 4, Trials and Triumphs. Their journey was fraught with peril. They encountered fierce creatures, treacherous landscapes, and cunning adversaries. Yet, with each challenge, Dabney's storytelling abilities grew stronger. He learned to weave tales of courage and hope, inspiring those they met along the way. Yugo, too, proved to be more than just a loyal companion. The dog's innate sense of danger and newfound magical affinity often guided them out of harm's way. Together, they formed an unbreakable bond, each complementing the other's strengths. In one memorable encounter, Dabney narrated a story of ancient heroes, rising to aid them in battle. Spectral warriors emerged from the mists, their swords clashing with the minions of the Shadow King. It was a sight to behold, and it bolstered Dabney's confidence in his abilities. Chapter 5, The Final Confrontation. At last, they reached the Shadow King's fortress, a towering citadel of obsidian and shadow. The air was thick with malice, and the ground seemed to pulse with dark energy. Dabney took a deep breath, his voice steady and resolute. "Let's end this, Yugo," he said, and the dog barked in agreement. Inside the fortress, they faced the Shadow King, a figure shrouded in darkness and malice. His eyes gleamed with an otherworldly light, as he sneered at Dabney and Yugo. "You think you can defeat me with mere words?" the Shadow King taunted. Dabney stood tall, his voice unwavering. "These aren't just words. They're stories of hope, bravery, and light, and they have the power to defeat you." Drawing upon all the tales he'd ever told, Dabney unleashed a torrent of stories, each one a beacon of light that pierced the darkness. The Shadow King howled in rage, his form disintegrating under the onslaught of narrative power. Chapter 6, A New Dawn. With the Shadow King defeated, peace returned to Astralheim. The land began to heal, and its inhabitants rejoiced. Dabney and Yugo were hailed as heroes, their names forever etched into the annals of the realm. Alara approached them as they prepared to leave. "You have saved us, and for that, we are eternally grateful. But your world needs you too." Dabney nodded. "It's time for us to go home, but we'll never forget this place." In another flash of light, Dabney and Yugo found themselves back in the park, the sun still setting as if no time had passed at all. Dabney's phone buzzed again, but this time, it was a message from a friend. He smiled, looking down at Yugo. "Ready for another adventure, boy?" he asked, and Yugo barked happily. As they walked home, Dabney couldn't help but wonder if Astralheim had been real, or just an incredible dream. But deep down, he knew the truth. The magic of storytelling was real, and it was a power he would carry with him always. The end.
Greetings, esteemed adventurers and cosmic wonders. Today, as we stand at the crossroads of fantasy and science fiction, we invite you to partake in a noble quest. But before we embark on this enchanting journey, let us harness the power that lies at your fingertips. The like, subscribe, comment, and share buttons. These seemingly ordinary buttons hold the key to extraordinary feats. Behold the like button, a mere tap, yet a formidable spell of approval upon our content. Your likes are the elixirs that fortify our spirit and propel our channel to greater heights. Next, the subscribe button, a mystical key that unlocks the gates to our fantastical world. By subscribing, you become a revered member of our fellowship, ensuring you never miss a moment of our magical saga. Now enter the comment section, your personal parchment to inscribe your thoughts, feelings, and magical incantations. Your comments are the echoes of wisdom resonating through the enchanted forest of our community. And behold, the share button, a celestial artifact that scatters the magic far and wide. Share the joy with fellow adventurers and cosmic wayfarers, so they too may join our noble quest. Ready yourselves, noble viewers, for the quest awaits. Wield your magical powers, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Together, let us forge this channel into a sanctuary of fantasy and a haven for science fiction aficionados. Gratitude, dear patrons, for being integral to our mystical sojourn. Until our paths converge once more, may your days be adorned with enchantment and your nights be filled with stardust. This is Ryan Baker, bidding you farewell from fantasy, science fiction, storynory. Remember to spread the magic.